All right, listen to this. After decades of health concerns, the controversial artificial food dye called Red No. 3 is on its way out. Yesterday, the FDA announced a ban on the synthetic coloring made from petroleum that gives some foods, candies, drinks, and ingestible drugs their bright red cherry color. It's been linked to cancer in lab rats. The move comes nearly 35 years after the dye was removed from cosmetics due to cancer concerns. Food manufacturers will have until January 2027, though, to stop using the artificial dye in their products. So what does this all mean for us in the meantime? Here with me now in Studio 57 is Dr. Eric Ascher. He's a family medicine physician at Northwell Lenox Hill Hospital right here in New York City. We very much appreciate you getting up early and waking. Well, you're probably up this early on regular days. But help us understand what this means for what's in our fridge right now, because the ban doesn't take effect until 27. But what should we get rid of?
So that's a very good question. I always tell all my patients when they're in the grocery store to check the food labels. When you're looking at the ingredients, if there are any of these dyes or any products in your kitchen, any products on that ingredient list that you wouldn't use in your kitchen, then you shouldn't buy that product. The red dye is in foods, candies, fruit cocktails, maraschino cherries,
These are my favorite
marshmallows,
things.
Jell-O, all those treats that we look for. But it's also in vegan meats and protein shakes. So while we typically would see this as something in the candies and the frozen desserts and the frostings and cakes, it's also in some of the healthy foods.
So more common than we might expect. As we mentioned, the concerns were raised decades ago. Why is it only being banned now, and why is there a delay?
So what we've seen in the science is that it affects lab rats, but lab rats are ingesting it in degrees that humans aren't, and it's hard to do research when we are potentially going to give a human a product that may potentially cause cancer.
Right.
So the FDA was not in a rush because this isn't something that we typically ingest in as large amounts as the lab rats, but anything we could do to prevent cancer, in my mind, would be a good idea.
So look for red dye No. 3 on anything in your fridge right now and get rid of it. Are there other synthetic dyes that people should be concerned about?
So I think that this is a step in the right direction for consumer health and safety. This is going to open the door to examine other dyes, yellow dyes, green dyes, blue dyes. So I think that there's a lot more to come.
So just to put a little bow on it, how concerned should people be? Should they be freaking out or just be cautious?
I would be cautious. I think it's a good idea to limit if you're not going to eliminate yet entirely, but be conscious of the ingredients on your food products.
Yeah, not the cherries. All right, Dr. Eric Ascher, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here.